Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And ultimately in this video, I decided that I wanted to do something that I recently did in the short because I just thought it'd be kind of interesting to cover in a full stream video. Obviously, I know a lot of y'all are wondering, it's been 3 weeks since your last real upload, and it was Pop versus Richard, and I don't know where you went, but man, you have just not been here on this channel for real. But nonetheless, I'm back with this one, and ultimately, I'm here to discuss what I think is a pretty interesting topic. I will be doing another video that I was requested, but this will be my first video back in essentially. Okay, so I wanted to start off this video by saying a couple of certain grounds. First of all, I think it's very important to keep in mind that with the Straw Hat Pirates and Gojo in particular, Gojo is from JJK obviously, and our Straw Hat Pirates are from One Piece, and throwing them against each other in a full-blown concept is a pretty interesting subject, to be completely honest with you. But I will be saying this for understanding. Gojo will have all his abilities nonetheless, and so will all the Straw Hat Pirates. Although Gojo in One Piece, although this doesn't really change anything, and we'll just say they meet on a random island, and Gojo challenges them as he sees Luffy and the rest of his crew as very challenging. Let's get into this right now, and if you do enjoy the video, please sure leave a like, comment, let's go. When looking at Gojo as a character, he is very strong, and clearly I need to get into the scaling of both of these teams, although I don't think it'll be very relevant to get into the scaling of other certain Straw Hats, specifically considering that most of them would really apply to being able to, how do I say, give Gojo a run for his money. Gojo has the 6 eyes and Limitless and Infinity. Basically what all these things do is it allows Gojo to pretty much always be closing a distance away from him. Like, you know, it's pretty much impossible for an opponent to touch him, and Gojo can subconsciously activate this, allowing pretty much no one in a radius to get anywhere near him unless he turns it off himself manually. Although during a battle with the Straw Hat Pirates, I doubt that Gojo would even have the most slight reasoning of doing this, and so on and so forth. He also is equipped with his domain expansion. He has reverse curse technique to heal himself, and he has Hollow's Purple, a technique that is known as an imaginary flying object that Gojo can use, combining red and blue, which are also 2 of Gojo's other abilities. Blue is bull and red is like a straight up attack. These attacks make Gojo the strongest sorcerer in all of Jujutsu Kaisen until Sukuna, of course. If you caught up on the manga, no spoilers there. In any case, Gojo is referred to as the strongest sorcerer and ultimately is very difficult to take down and beat due to these very different and very special means. Now, with that being said, I do think it's very important to keep in mind that those are mostly the things you need to understand about Gojo. For a straight basis, though, I will be telling you Gojo's speed and attack potency, just throw it out there. When Gojo uses the Black Fast, he is probably country level plus. Let me explain how you get him even to that high. When looking at Gojo, he is superior to Yuki, who is capable of creating a black hole powerful enough to destroy the planet, and Tengen was able to neutralize it. Although it was unknown how Gojo would scale to this, with, you know, obviously with Hollow's Purple, he would be higher, and he even be higher with Curse Ritual. And that gave him the increased output by over 200% times, utilizing the Curse Energy to its max potential. This would easily put Gojo at large planet level. So with that being said, I think it's very important to keep in mind all of these things. But looking at the overall concept, I do think that with Black Flash, he's clearly country level without the additional of the large Hollow Purple, which is kind of a high ball. But that's large. I think he's planet level without it. So yeah, keeping all that in mind. Now with that being said, that's pretty much Gojo's scaling overall in terms of attack potency. Looking at speed, I think that, you know, obviously, the Jujutsu Kaisen characters are probably in the massively hypersonic tiers. Even though Gojo did sit in a place where time didn't move, key word, he sit in a place where time didn't move, and I don't think that qualifies for immeasurable speeds, mainly because he didn't move there. So yeah, keep that in mind. So I'm gonna say Gojo is massively hypersonic plus in terms of speed, because he was faster than Jugo, caught Yuji, and brought him to Jogo without him noticing. Now, when looking past him, you can now get into the Straw Hat Pirates and see what they're bringing to the table. Ultimately, I'll start off with Vivi, although I know a lot of people are very controversial about her even being a Straw Hat member because she's not really one yet. But just for the sake of fun stuff, I'll just get it started with Vivi. And at this point, we're just going to go through each character and compare her to them to Gojo and see if they even have a chance. If not, I probably would just immediately ignore them. And for starters, we can start off with Vivi. And ultimately, Vivi has no visual abilities or qualities, and besides her Alabasta arc self, and none of those are getting past Gojo. So yeah, we can just immediately cop out Vivi. When looking at Chopper, he has Monster Point and Guard Point and all those special other abilities with his Rumble Balls. But let's be brutally honest here. There's no way to get past Infinity. So, yeah, we can just take Chopper off the list. Frankie doesn't either. He has guns and Cyborg Frankie and all this stuff. Not getting past. Brook, he, I guess could scare Gojo. Highly doubt that would work. He can't freeze him with his Hell Freeze techniques. His sword can't connect attacks. So I seriously have no idea how Brook would be able to do anything in this situation. Pretty much making him also none and void. Nami with Zeus is powerful, but it once again has no way to get past Gojo's Infinity whatsoever. Plus, we have Robin. Now, Robin's actually a little bit of an interesting concept. Mainly because if you think that, like, Fishman Karate bypasses their ability, which I don't think it's stated anywhere that it does, but y'all can correct me on this in the comments. If Fishman Karate technically does bypass their ability, although I'm pretty sure it doesn't, I'm pretty sure Robin might have a case if it does, though. But considering she's not that strong or whatever, and considering that I'm pretty sure it's not like she's an expert at it like Koala or a Jinbei, I don't really think that would really apply here. Obviously, you can make an argument that Robin could just kill Gojo immediately if you make a case that she could technically put hands on Gojo using her devil fruit, the flower no mi, but I don't necessarily think that would work. But it's kind of an interesting question if that would work, because she's spawning them on Gojo, which is a spawn. It's not necessarily like it's not like she's putting the attack through Infinity. So I don't know about that. But even an argument, even if she spawned them on Gojo, like Infinity couldn't, like it would just protect him from, I don't know, getting his neck snapped or anything vice versa. So I'm gonna just say Robin, if you think she could get past like that with that reasoning, then maybe Robin could win. Then again, I don't know. It just depends on if you take that. Because Gojo getting his neck snapped, I don't think he has a counter for that. It's not like he's taking damage. He's getting his neck snapped. So, yeah. It's not like he's like, yeah. So, if you think that was the case, then yeah, Nico Robin could legitimately beat Gojo. But in terms of scaling and speed, no, Robin gets kind of cooked here, sadly. So, yeah, it's very important to keep that in mind. When looking at Jinbei, though, we can say professionally speaking, once again, the same argument of Fishman Karate. But if you think if Fishman Karate does not bypass their ability, then yeah, Jinbei just gets cooked here. Yeah, it's really that simple. He just gets cooked here. Sanji, he has armament haki and observation haki. I'm sure this will allow him to dodge some of Gojo's attacks. But considering he wouldn't understand how any of them work, and yeah, that's pretty much it. He probably gets, like, I don't know, redded or glued to death. And his AP and speed are nowhere near Gojo's. Well, actually wrong. Actually, every single character I've named besides, well, actually none of them, but like Jinbei have like crazy speed feats. So yeah, keep that in mind. You get probably cooked. Everybody else has pretty like relative speed. I would argue to somewhere around like, a Gojo, which is massively hypersonic plus. All right, so now that we covered like every single Straw Hat of value, like we covered all of them. I know I skipped Usopp, but that's because he literally is a sniper, and all he's gonna do is shoot. It's not gonna get through Infinity. I didn't even need to mention Usopp here. I know people are gonna be in the comments like, "It's God Usopp." There's no way. Yeah, no, stop. Just stop, please. Anyways, moving on beyond that, though, we also have something of an interest here. Zoro does not know how to use Conqueror's Haki, but if you take into the account that he does actually have it, you can make an argument here. Like, he doesn't know how to control it, but if you make an argument that he could, like, control it, then Zoro could actually win right here. So I'll leave it up to your interpretation. Clearly, there's nothing that shows that he can control it, but yeah, if you say he can, then yeah, he can. I 100% believe that. 100% believe Zoro could easily just win right now. So Zoro might actually be where Gojo effectively would lose to the Straw Hat Pirates. But yeah, Gojo pretty much cooks everybody before this. But yeah, Zoro might be who he finally loses to. You can also see these videos kind of like a gauntlet. Like, how far the Straw Hat Pirates is Gojo gonna get? And he definitely, if you even think that like they could even win, but yeah, they definitely can win. And if you don't think Zoro can do it, well, we get to their captain, Monkey D. Luffy, who is the strongest person on the entire crew and would, without too much difficulty, just straight up win. Like, okay, I know a lot of people are like, wait a minute, Luffy beats Gojo? Okay, let me explain real quick, just for the people that, don't know anything about Luffy scaling. Like, you don't know the first thing about Luffy scaling. So yeah, I have no problem, explaining to you how Luffy pulls any of this stuff off, okay? So Luffy is like a rubber man, and although that's interesting enough, I don't really need to explain any of this stuff. I really just need to explain, all of Luffy's, feats and whatnot. So when looking at Luffy's, abilities, he has Gear 5, which is Toon Force, which could ultimately bypass durability. But where Luffy could easily just win this battle is with Conqueror Saki. Not only is Luffy moving at speeds that are faster than light, which are faster than Gojo, so not only could he blitz him, also you gotta remember that his armament haki can bypass durability, which he trained to do in Wano. It literally goes through, he doesn't actually have to hit you. It's kind of like Frogmata, kind of like in Naruto, you know what I mean, where you don't actually have to hit you. Same thing with that. Also, so if you take that into account, Luffy could just win like that. But if you really want to just be brutally honest with you, Gojo has no counter for Conqueror Saki, and he doesn't have any counter for Luffy's Toon Force abilities. And since considering he's not fast enough, I don't really think he has a chance of beating Luffy. Also, Luffy is star level because he scales to Blackbeard, who can control a black hole, and a black hole is star level. Also, he's comparable to the Yonko Whitebeard, who can move tectonic plates and destroy the entire planet, which is scaled to be at a dwarf star level in size. So yeah, I without doubt think Luffy could easily win this battle. Yeah, I think he could easily win this battle for them in multiple different facets. So yeah, Monkey D. Luffy and his crew do take the W in the end. But yeah, it took him all the way to Zoro or Luffy. Once again, if you think that Robin argument is pretty factual, then she could possibly win as well. But yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, please sure leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you want one more One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, or anything else content, please be sure to leave in the comments. And yeah, I'm out. Have a nice day. I can never say enough, never say enough. Thank you, and I'm out.